Sir, I'd like to ask you about freedom of information.
Yes.
I do recall when you're congressman, you were the a major proponent of the FOI bill. However, I think from 2010 to 2013, you were pushing for the FOI, but then President Aquino never approved it or never pushed it.
Yes.
But before anything else, we'd like to ask you what happened there. Why did President Aquino then not want an FOI?
Napamura pa nga kayo.
Baka kasalanan. I know the person who was the cause of that. Anyway, well, maybe he was afraid that if he used too much of his political capital, he might lose support on other things, because I was getting mixed signals. From the side of Secretary Butch, he would be attending, he would assure that the support of the president is there, but when we get to the House, it's not. So
I remember what what Noynoy Aquino said. Sabi niya, baka daw yung mga journalist, pati yung mga girlfriend niya, pipilitin siyang sabihin kung sino yun. Although, of course, that was making light of it,
yes,
of course. Pero,
yes. Yes,
Pero
but
in terms of using a political capital, it turns out that in those 6 years,
Walang nangyari.
President Aquino used his political capital on other things that would appear to be less important than,
yeah,
than FOI.
well, maybe he was afraid that the people that were supporting him might suddenly disappear. Because remember, the sad state of our politics, they jump from one party to the other. So,
But from your perception, was then President Aquino even comfortable with the idea of an FOI?
he voted for it. He voted for it in 2010.
When his vote was diluted, was safely diluted. But when he had the power as president,
Well, I would always say that things change, no? And it's still my perception, if he pushed hard on FOI, it would even help his anti-corruption campaign.
okay, but in fairness to President Aquino, it's been a number of years already since, and even under this administration, notwithstanding all the good works, and even under the current Congress, the leadership in the Senate in particular, sa totoo lang, wala na rin eh.
Nawala yung mga
pushing it.
champions.
Ah.
Oo. Yun yung nakakalungkot. In 2013, after the midterm elections, we thought that the champion in the Senate would have pushed it even hard. And even if after nawala na, dapat patuloy mo pa rin sina-champion. Pero nawala eh. Yun nakakalungkot, no? The executive order is there, but I think it's still it's dragging its feet. No, it's not really what people expected it to be. That's why we still need a law. I know it's going to be difficult, but if I am given the opportunity, I'd champion the FOI again.
These last two administrations, you have very, very strong, very popular administrations, and I suppose these would be the times to push an FOI.
And
Assuming
as a matter of
unpopular in
fact,
Congress.
I think President Aquino and President Duterte are in the same situation right now. President Duterte is saying that he is against corruption. Then if he is against corruption, why not push FOI?
But is it true that both presidents, the former Aquino and now Duterte, are both intolerant of criticism? Is it safe to say that? Is it fair to say that that's the reason why they don't seem to be that
I think it's a
eager to?
fair assessment. It's a fair assessment, and this is the reason why I believe that the makeup of the Senate in 2019 should be a Senate that's not afraid to ask questions, the important questions, not afraid to revisit laws that were promised to have helped the people but did not. So these are questions that I think the new Senate should tackle, because it can't be business as usual.